Hi Cornerstone, hello church family. I've refrained from sending many videos out, or any videos out really, with updates about what's going on. But I did want to take an opportunity this week just to speak to you about a few things that I think are really important and that God has laid in my heart. Before that, though, just a quick update about where we are as a church in relation to coronavirus and the different phases out of lockdown. At this stage, all we can really say is, you're free to meet up with people in the congregation for socially distanced walks or to sit in their back garden. So if you can take these opportunities, please do so. We won't be meeting again as a church in small groups or large groups until we're absolutely convinced that it's safe for us to do so and that we have all the processes in place that we need. And even when we do, we realise that we're going to be having to give some kind of hybrid option where people can be there in person or online, because I can see that for the next number of months and into next year, some people probably won't be able to gather with others because of health reasons or concerns. So I want to give a big thank you to you, to all of you, for continuing to connect with us, support us, pray for us, and be part of the life of Cornerstone through this strange and unusual time. It has been so disruptive of normal life. At the end of last year, I had a week away for reading and prayer and to think about what the next few years at Cornerstone might look like. And I was reading a lot of literature around the disruption that we're facing in our lives through technology and secularism, and how this has led to a loss of hope in our culture. And my conversations last year with non-Christian friends also really sort of spoke to me about the ways in which they lacked hope. So as I was looking towards 2020, 2021, 2022, I really did think that God was speaking to me about a journey of hope, taking people on a journey of hope over these years. A journey of hope this year, we decided, towards God. So this year, a lot of our emphasis is on prayer and spiritual disciplines and habits, because we're on a journey towards God. We're made to draw near to the living God, to learn to live in His presence. And that's the journey that offers us hope as Christians, that our lives won't feel empty or fruitless spiritually. I was going to speak to you about this in the spring, but obviously coronavirus disrupted all of that. But at the same time, coronavirus has provided with us an opportunity to think about our habits and how we live our lives towards God and towards others. And so I want to keep emphasising, take this time to form new habits of prayer, of relating to God, of seeking God. Because if we come out of this season with all its struggles without having gained something from it, I think we'll regret it. So please keep pressing into God, pressing into prayer. Even if you're distracted or anxious, find grace from God. Humble yourself before Him. Acknowledge your inadequacies and your need, and ask Him for His help. So this year, that's our theme, drawing near to God, a journey of hope towards God. Next year, we were going to do a journey of hope towards mission, moving out in mission, offering hope to our city, the city of Edinburgh. And in particular, thinking about how we might do that through church planting or helping to start new congregations connected to Cornerstone. As we move back to the old schoolhouse, there's going to be a pressure on us to have multiple services. So I think that we want to use that opportunity to start new services in different locations, perhaps in Gilmerton with that city group, and also with our Latinos. So there is a journey of mission ahead of us, and I think that's really exciting. We want to offer hope to our city, and the year after that, I was thinking more about a journey towards our own community, of finding fresh and new ways of connecting our community in Morningside and Bruntsfield to the gospel and the good news of Jesus Christ. We will hopefully be back in the old schoolhouse by Christmas time, and we're trying to prepare for that as well as we can, and it'll be exciting just to keep you up to date with progress on the building project. It's amazing to see God's faithfulness to Cornerstone over the last few years, and I've been meditating on 1 Corinthians 3, where Paul says, I planted, Apollos watered, but God gave the increase. And we can see that in the history of Cornerstone, and it's the few years it's been in existence, that we've planted and watered, but it's God who's given the increase. And this is a time of increase for the church in the UK. There's an increasing amount of spiritual openness. There's an increasing amount of people connecting with church. There's even an increasing amount of people connecting online with Cornerstone. And so we are praying that God will use this to bring an increase in the kingdom, an increase in the number of new Christians. And particularly, we're praying for an increase in the number of new Christians at Cornerstone. So we're offering Christianity Explored this coming Sunday and for the 7 Sundays or 6 Sundays following. So it's a 7-week course. And we do want to see an increase in new Christians. So part of my point in making this video is to say to you, think about who you could invite to Christianity Explored. A family member, a friend, a relative who seems more spiritually open than they might have been previously, who's got questions about Christianity that they need to have answered. Invite them along. Just go to the Cornerstone website and you can click in the link there and sign up. So think about a person that you could ask, or maybe you can ask several people. And the worst that can happen is, of course, that they say, no thanks, that's not for me right now. So we want to see an increase of new Christians. Please do invite people to Christianity Explored and be praying for that also. There's an increase in the number of people who are going to be training with Cornerstone over the next year too. Really glad that Fergus is coming to work as an apprentice and training as an apprentice at Cornerstone with a focus on music and creativity. We're going to have Jeff also coming to work part-time at Cornerstone, Jeff Murray, as part of his training for ministry. He will be a minister in training at Cornerstone. Elijah and Jesse will be back with us as well. So there's going to be an increase in people who are training at Cornerstone. That's a great blessing. We're really excited about the opportunities that gives us to extend our mission and our work. It will also mean, of course, an increase in costs. And one of the habits, spiritual habits that we're looking at in our series right now on a Sunday morning is generosity and giving. So the habit of generosity and giving. And I'm going to speak to the congregation about this coming Sunday. So we'll be just thinking about how we show generosity towards God and others in the way that we use our money and the way that we give to the church. So please be open to that as well. Be thinking about it as this is a time of changing habits. Even the way we spend money has changed. Think about the opportunity that gives you for generosity towards the work of the gospel, God's kingdom, and training people to work in God's kingdom in the future. Thank you so much just for taking time to listen to what I've got to say. I am grateful for all your prayers, the generosity that you show already in so many ways, for your heart for the kingdom and for your kindness to me personally. So wishing you all well at this point. See you on Sunday, God willing, via the internet. Thank you.